Good afternoon, Gages Lake. Hope you're having a great Wednesday. Today's Wednesday, December the 9th, and I realized that I did not do a Wednesday update last week, and so I apologize for that. It slipped my mind that I remembered and actually talked to someone and said, "Oh, I forgot to do the update, and I was going to do it." And then, yeah, they say that the mind is the first thing to go, maybe. Anyway, but we're back this week. Just wanted to give you a quick update of what's going on in our church. I will say a few of you have turned in some photos of your family or small video. Please send those in. We'd love to be able to put it together as we get closer to Christmas as a way to do a Christmas greeting from our church families to be able to see one another and enjoy this time of year. If you wanted to save on Christmas cards, maybe this would be an option to film a quick little video of your family wishing everyone a happy holidays and a Merry Christmas, and we can incorporate that into a church video so that way we can say hi to one another. Some of us, it's been several months since we've seen you, so we'd love to be able to do that. If you don't have the ability to record yourself or do that, please send me an email. Let me know so that way maybe my wife and I can stop by and do a recording for you so that way you can feel a part of it. Just send me a quick email. Let me know that you would like that, and then we will work on the details for you for that. So but we want to get as many families from our church as we can, or regular watchers. If you watch us regularly, we'd love to see you as well. You can just send it to me at my email address, jlovelace79@gmail.com. And that way we can incorporate all of them together. Just a reminder that we are continuing with services. A lot of people have asked if we're still having services. We are, and we do have safety mitigations in place to make sure that people are wearing masks and we're kind of trying to socially distance as much as we can. We thank God that He's protected us so far, and as we continue to meet, we follow Him. This Sunday we will be continuing our study in Isaiah. We're looking at the next phrase for the name of the Messiah. He was called Wonderful Counselor, the Mighty God, and we want to look at how Jesus portrays that and how He demonstrates that He is God Himself and that He alone deserves our worship and glory. So I encourage you to join us on Sunday at 10:30 as we meet together. Don't forget this Saturday, ladies, to sign up or to contact Cheyenne if you're part of the ladies event. That is this Saturday morning at 9:30, and you can make plans to be there. Just a few thoughts that have been going through my head. You know, this time of year, this is my favorite. I mentioned Sunday that it's Cheyenne's favorite time of year, and she's been so excited. And it's mine too, because, Christmas stations, they seem to get earlier and earlier turning on Christmas music. And I think right after Halloween, one of the radio stations flipped over to Christmas. And some have said, we need that in 2020. I heard someone talking about how that, this time of year in the world, this is a unifying event, this idea of Christmas, that like people, and of course I'm thinking not every country celebrates Christmas, but whatever, but they were talking specifically about America and how it was this unification, if you will, of people all gathered around the same holiday. And as I was thinking about that, it kind of tied in with what I mentioned last Sunday, that while the world is celebrating a day, a Christmas day, this special holiday where you give gifts to the ones that you loved, and then, of course, it's better to give than receive, and all of these things that wrap our minds around this, and the songs and all, winter and blah blah blah. We celebrate the arrival of a Savior. We celebrate the arrival of a person, and I mentioned it Sunday, and it was like this unifying thing for Christians is not a day. It's a person. It's Jesus. And when He came, that was the moment. The Galatians says, when the fullness of time had come, God sent forth His Son. When He said, this is the moment, this is now going to be that moment. And so this becomes like a great time of year for us. And we love singing, and we love the decorations. We took the boys last night to see Christmas lights. We did this whole, Cheyenne does this whole Polar Express thing, and they had little tickets, and we get in the van and we drive around and look at Christmas lights, and I realized that this tradition, and it has become a tradition, I kind of love it because to see my kids so excited, like even the older ones last night were really excited about doing this. You know, when they were little, it was, yay. But now the older one, they're like into it. Boy, they're like talking to their younger brothers about it. And I'm so blessed. I'm so thankful that my wife does these moments where our family becomes connected together. And it was just driving around looking at Christmas lights. There's some really cool ones out there. There's some really bizarre ones out there. I say all that to say, as we are preparing our hearts and we think of the arrival of Jesus Christ, in Luke chapter 2, it talks about the famous story. We've heard the story hundreds of times. My mind has been thinking about this, and I wanted to just share the verse. This is after the angels appeared to the shepherds. And it said, the angels went away from them into heaven. The shepherds said one to another, let us go to Bethlehem and see this thing that has happened, which the Lord has made known unto us. And they went with haste and found Mary and Joseph and the baby lying in a manger. And when they saw it, they made known the saying that had been told them concerning this child. And all who heard it wondered at what the shepherds told them. The Jewish people were steeped in the Old Testament, steeped in the Old Testament laws and traditions and the prophecies about the Messiah coming. And they were told time and time again. We were looking in Isaiah. The virgin will conceive and bear a son. He will call his name Emmanuel. And the government, they named these names, and in Micah it talks about Bethlehem's going to be the place. As a matter of fact, we know that the Jews knew about that because over in Matthew, when Herod asked his scribes, tell me where the baby's going to be, they said, it says in Micah that it's going to be in Bethlehem, that's going to be a special place. So it's got to be in Bethlehem. So they knew about it. And the shepherds witness, they go and see the baby. They see the mother and father. Angels have told them to go do this, to see this. So there's something unique and special about this. And now they're going out and they're telling people, we just saw a baby in a manger. And what? In a manger. It's like, he's like, and they're like, what are you doing? Like they're confused. And I know that they're telling people that the angels were telling them. And it says the shepherds returned, glorifying and praising God for all that they had heard and seen as had been told them. And of course, we know shepherds are not the high society people. But the idea that the people that they were telling wondered, what is going on? And it makes me think about the next advent, the next arrival of Jesus. And when that takes place, I wonder how many people are going to miss it because they don't know what's going on. They're not focused on what's coming. It makes me think in a year like 2020 to be thankful that I serve a God who promised the first arrival, who promised a second arrival and said he's coming. And are we waiting for that second coming? I'm not saying the shepherds were sitting outside with the sheep going, I think it's tonight. I don't know if the Savior, if the Messiah is coming today. I don't think that. But I think that they were just living life and God spoke to them. God revealed to the lowliest of people that he is God and that the Messiah is come. This year, I hope that as you celebrate the holidays, as you celebrate Christmas, that Jesus plays an important part of Christmas to you. That it's not just we're going to read the story and then open presents. That Jesus becomes a central focus of your attitude these next few weeks, of your driving force the next 2 weeks. We live in this huge commercialism, materialistic world. And I'm so happy about the presents that I'm giving to my children, to my wife, and I'm so excited about seeing their faces when they open them, and I love that, and I get it. But I never want my central focus to leave Jesus. I never want my central focus to be off of the fact that I'm celebrating the arrival of my Redeemer, of my Savior. I never want that to take a back seat to everything else that I do. And so these next few weeks, can I encourage you, just reset your mind on Christ. In 2020, we so desperately need Jesus Christ. We need him today. We look at the world around us and we think, what in the world's going on? What's going to happen next? But we don't live without the knowledge of Jesus. We don't live as people who don't have hope. And so, as a matter of fact, as we look towards after Christmas, beginning of next year, we're going to be studying 1 Peter, and we're talking about hope-filled living. How do we live with hope in a world that's falling around us? So, I like that little plug there for my sermon series. Yeah, it's great. Anyway, I hope that each of you have a great, great week. I heard that there's some white stuff maybe coming this weekend. And I know all of you just suddenly just put the dislike button on the video. I get it. I understand. But I've missed snow. But anyway, if it is snowing, I hope you stay safe this weekend. And we're working to keep the church going, and the tech stuff. Hopefully we're getting some better video qualities to you. Thank you so much to our tech team who's doing the work on that. So, but this has been a long video, and I'm sorry that I keep rambling, but I missed last week, and so I wasn't able to share with you. Oh, I wanted to, if you're doing Christmas cards and you're not doing the video thing and you just rather send a picture in, that's fine. If you're doing Christmas cards and you don't want to spend the postage, let me know as well. Email me and say, hey, I've got Christmas cards to distribute to everyone, and I will either A, come to your house and get them, or be here at the church and you can swing by and just drop them off, and I will make sure they get to the right people, so that way we can distribute our Christmas cards and just let everyone know how excited we are to be able to worship together. Please know that my wife and I are here for anything that you need. We love you guys, and hope to see you next week. Hopefully, if I remember next week to do a Wednesday update. So I'll do one next week and the following week just before Christmas, and then we might probably take a week off and then resume after the first of the year. I hope that you have a great day, and we'll see you next week, everybody.